Picking the right captain can make or break your game week. I mean, you just have to look at the last game week. Loads went Solanke, they really had a bad game week. Loads went Watkins, they had a great week. Those 50-50s are so important in determining whether you get a green arrow or a red arrow. Last week, if you saw my video and hopefully followed the advice, I picked Phil Foden as my top choice. Second was Ollie Watkins. Third was Richarlison. All three done a great job. You would be smiling with a lovely green arrow if you captained any of them. This week, I'm going to aim to give you again top 3 captains for game week 24. Now, if that sounds good, do me a favor, like, subscribe, share the video with anyone else you think might enjoy this content. Now you've done that, let's get into it. Third on my list for the top 3 captaincy is Richarlison. You saw the goals he scored last week. They speak for themselves. Only a player who's playing the football of his life on maximum form. He knows he's got the backing of the fans, and the manager at the moment takes those goals like that. Unbelievable finishes. Now, Spurs have scored 49 goals. That's third on the list, and that's quite important. If you're picking an attacking player to be a captain, they need to be from the top 3 attacking teams, and they are. Richarlison's got 10 goals. That's 20% involvement in Spurs' goals. Now, that's a very good ratio. Normally, the elite players like Salah, Haaland are around the 30% mark. 20% is unreal. 3 assists, nothing special, but the last 5 returns is something special. He's got a 15-pointer, 7, 8, 8, and a 1. So that's 4 returns from the last 5. Why is that important? Well, of course, in captaincy, we're chasing the mega hauls like the 20-pointers. But the reality is, we just don't want a blank. Even an assist, worst comes to worst, we will take it. And he will give you that. Just look at the consistency. Now, he's got 103 points so far this season, which is very good, considering if you see how he started the season, was very poor. 5.2 points per match, which is 14th out of 350 players. Unreal. And the next fixture is Brighton. This is a lovely fixture. Brighton defensively are not great, and then Spurs attacking are great. It seems like a match made in heaven. Last 3 fixtures between these two teams, Brighton won the last one, which was 4-2, then Spurs won 2-1 and 1-0. So I really like Richarlison for a return. Whether it's a mega haul, we're not sure, but at least one return. If you want consistency, you can leave it on him. Simple as that. So that's my third choice. Let's have a look at the second choice. Darwin Núñez. You would have never have guessed I'm going to recommend him in the captaincy, would you? Well, here he is. Second spot. And I'll tell you why. Liverpool have scored 52 goals this season. That's the second highest. I think only City have scored more goals. Ruthless in attack this season. Absolutely ruthless. Núñez has got 7 of those goals, 13% involvement, which is okay. I would have preferred it nearer the 20% mark, but the 9 assists help supplement that. So it means the return ratio is pretty good. Last 5 games, he's got 0, 2, 11, 5, 8. 3 returns from the last 5. Not as impressive as Richarlison, but you must bear in mind he came on as a sub against Arsenal, who are an incredible team at home. 90 points so far this season. 4.1 per match. That's 10th out of 104, which is just about okay. That number should be triple the amount of chances he's missed this season. The next fixture, and this is the key of why he's so high up in the captaincy. Now, Liverpool versus Burnley at Anfield. Anfield will be at the highest capacity it's ever been. I think the last 3,000 seats for the new stand are going to be available, 60,000 capacity. They're going to want to bounce back from the loss against Arsenal. It was a poor performance. So the performance, Klopp's going to be on their case to have a performance, which means as soon as the whistle blows, they're going to be at Burnley's throat. I see 3, 4, maybe 5 goals in this fixture. I'd like to think Núñez is involved in at least 2. So that's the reason he's so highly on the list for me. I just think that the amount of goals in that fixture, it must be the most goals this weekend. If I had to predict the fixture, I think it'd be the most goals. So he will be involved in at least 2 returns. We would take that, wouldn't we? Last 3 results versus Liverpool versus Burnley. It's a clean sweep here. 2-0, 1-0, 1-0, 3 wins. So Liverpool got a good history against Burnley. I don't see them getting anything here. So that's the reason he's my second choice recommendation. Let's have a look at the first choice for this weekend. Yes, you guessed it. It's the Terminator himself, Haaland. Why am I recommending him? Well, City have scored 54 goals this season. It's first, the best attacking team in the Premier League. Haaland's got 14 of them goals. So that's 30%. Like I was talking about earlier on, this is the involvement in City's goals, which means if they score, he's more than likely going to be involved. When you add the 6 assists, again, it shows just how involved he is in this attack. Everything's funneled through him. Last 5 returns, it's a 5-1-2-7-7. Doesn't look that impressive, but we know he's just getting back into the groove. You saw against the Brentford, he had that one-on-one, very close. He's sharpening his boots. He's getting there, and against Everton, it could be the game. He's got 118 points so far this season. I mean, he was out for so long, and yet he's still one of the highest scorers in the game. 6.9 per match, second. Like, tells you his consistency again is unreal. When you put a captain on him, you know you're going to get something back. That's what he gives you. The next fixture is Everton. Now, it's an unreal fixture. I've got to be honest with you. Everton have been good this season. One of the best defenses in the Premier League. But they're facing the best attack in the Premier League at home. City at home don't lose. So that's one thing we need to get into our system. It's a matter of now, how much do they win by? And I see in this fixture here, 2, 3, maybe even 4 goals. And Haaland's going to be at the heart of all of those goals. So that's the reason he's so high up. It's the consistency. It's all of the things I've said. Plus City at home, just don't lose. They're too strong. You saw against Brentford, they're relentless. They've got a fully fit squad. KDB, Foden, Bernard. The team is packed with world-class players, with arguably one of the best managers in the game. They're going to put Everton to the sword. So even if you look at the historical results, it's been 3-1 win, 3-0 win, 1-1 draw. They haven't lost against Everton in recent games. It bodes well for them. This is the safe, solid, arguably just the easy captaincy for this game week. But look at the top 3. If you do fancy being a little bit different, Nunes might match him, might outscore him. Richarlison just needs a goal and an assist and possibly outscores both because he's a midfielder. So bear that in mind, and it's all about your risk appetite and how much points you want to go for. If you want the consistency and a peace of mind, and if you do follow EO, effective ownership, he's going to be most probably the highest captain in the game. Now, normally I don't let that bother me, but I'm putting it out there just in case if you're protecting a super high rank, you might want to play like that. That's my top 3 captaincies. Do me a favor, get into the comments. Let me know if you agree, disagree. Have I missed someone? Let me know. Hope you enjoyed the video. That's my opinion on who I think is going to be the best captains for this game week. But of course, let me know in the comments who you're going with. Is it one of the 3 I've recommended? Or have you got someone else? Have you got a differential? I'm always intrigued to see what other FPL managers are doing each game week. The strategy, the way they play. Just get in the comments and let me know. I'll always reply to my comments. Now, before you jump off to your next video, do me a favor. Like, subscribe, share the video. Now, on that note, I want to wish you good luck and see you on my next video.